I don't know if it was the long ride yesterday or just a wave of tiredness catching up with me, but I slept like a dead person last night and would probably still be sleeping like a dead person if the sun hadn't hit the tent and raised the temperature to an uncomfortable level. I am severely lacking in energy and motivation and all the other things required to mount a clandestine crossing over a dodgy border. But that's what I have to do. Today I have to cross over from Norway into Sweden. I've been told by the locals to expect electrified razor wire, multiple gun emplacements, minefields, weaponized squirrels, all kinds of stuff. But you know, it's all rumour, because obviously very few people cross this border and survive to tell the tale. So that's where we have to go. If it comes to it and fighting breaks out, there is not a man in this company that I would not trust my life with, that I have not already trusted my life to in past adventures. I think we'll be fine. First, we're going to go down into Trysil, get some fruit, acquire some false papers, and from there begin climbing up into the hills. Trysil. I've topped up on supplies, I've got enough coffee to see me through if everything goes to hell, and treated myself to my last top rice, just in case they don't have them in Sweden, which I don't think they do. From here, the route is up that valley between those hills there, and from there we should be on small roads just weaving our way towards the border. So I'm going to savour my chocky, get the energy pumping and get on the way. Well, this is all turning out to be rather jolly lovely indeed. The sun is shining, the air is warm, the birds are singing, and I am cycling on gravel through the dappled shade of a dense pine forest. It doesn't get much better than this, really. After a kind of lumpy start, I've definitely found my mojo. If it carries on like this, we could be in for another long one. We're still a few miles from the border, but yeah, I feel like I've got some miles in my legs now. Just need to see an elk. That would really round things off nicely. After this point, I recorded a whole load of really humorous stuff comparing the crossing of the border into Sweden with going over the top in the First World War. It was absolute comedy gold, but unfortunately the microphone socket on my phone is really on its last legs, so none of the audio recorded for the rest of the day. So you'll just have to imagine how amazing it was. Of course, the border itself is nothing more than a sign on the side of the road that says Sverige, and the fact that
the colour of the road surface changes slightly. So I stopped to take the obligatory border crossing silly selfies, and then I pushed on. And I pushed on and I pushed on and I carried on pushing on. And the ride was so lovely that in the end I made it all the way to the Fulufjället National Park, which had been the destination for the day after. So it was a very productive day indeed. I arrived thinking there was a cabin I could sleep in, but it turned out you're not allowed to overnight there. So after a lot of looking confused and worrying about mosquitoes, I was befriended by the the staff of the Naturen kind of centre at the park. They told me where I could pitch my tent. They let me cook dinner in the cabin, which was very cosy. Then the manager, Sophia, even sorted me out with some fika, which was great, and basically had a really lovely evening there. And then the next day was treated to a really fantastic tour of the park. Went up to see the waterfall, Nipsker, pronunciation, sorry, and also Old Chico, which is, I think, the oldest tree in the world at 9,500 years old, which is just beyond belief, really. So that was all very, very pleasant indeed. Unfortunately, of course, I've got no audio from any of it because of a technology fail. So I will do my best from now on to check that my audio is recording, but who knows? This whole technology thing could be going downhill. Anywho's, we shall see. Once again, it is dinner time for me. Thank you very much for watching.